Hi, this is Eric, and today we're going through a Michael Jackson classic, Billie Jean. It's one of the most recognizable bass riffs that you'll hear out there today in dance music and pop music. It's a great piece, and I'll play it for you here, and then we'll break it down. So let's break this down and I'll show you how to play the main groove part and how it changes. So our first note where we're going to start this groove is going to be on an F sharp, and it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4th fret. So you're going to use your ring finger, and most of this groove we're really only using 2 fingers, our first finger and our third finger, or our ring finger. So we're going to start with our ring finger on the F sharp here, but we're immediately going to go to the 5th of that note, which is right here adjacent to it. So 1 string lower. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to use a technique. Instead of playing with our fingertip, we're going to kind of bar across both strings so that we can make that movement easier. So instead of playing this kind of hopping back and forth with this finger, you can play both these notes without having to lift a single finger. It's kind of a neat technique that you can use for both guitar and bass, but I love to use it on bass. It makes some of those transitions a lot easier. So practice that, and you're going to be using kind of a pinch grip with your thumb flat on the back so that you can reach around. That's the best way to learn it. Once you have it, you may be able to do that baseball grip a little bit easier as well. But that's the first 2 notes. And we're going to do a couple of things as well. So with left-hand technique, we want to always control our sound with bass. So we're doing a very staccato sound to this one. So you're immediately lifting your finger off the string as soon as you play it to mute it. We don't want this kind of ringing out sound. That's going to be too muddy and get lost in the mix. You want to keep it nice and clean. And so there's a lot of finger strength needed in this hand for this song, because you're kind of going up and down for every single note to really get that staccato feel that comes across in the song. Also, with your right hand technique, if you're playing with your fingers, which I think sounds great for this particular song, gives a nice meaty sound, you want to make sure that your finger's coming to rest, plucking this string and then coming to rest on the next string. That also helps to kind of control your sound and mute some extra strings that might be ringing out. You see, sometimes I wrap my thumb around here to just mute everything. It's just a great tip for bass. Always try to mute any extra ringing out sounds. You want to keep it nice and tight. So to play the riff, we're playing here. Then we're going to go down to the A string from the F sharp. We're going to play right here. So that's your first 2 notes. Remember, we're going to play it though with this kind of bar shape with 1 finger across. So it would be. Then we're going to go up to the 2nd fret, back onto the D string.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Back to our F sharp. Then you're going to walk it back down. faster. So it's really a walk up and then a walk back down in sort of a minor pentatonic scale. Remember to keep that staccato. We don't want... So as you progress through the verse, it's going to, and the chorus, it's going to change, and it's going to just move that pattern up one string higher. So instead of starting on the D string, we're going to start on the G string. So it's going to go from this, then it's going to move up, starting right here on this string, and it'll repeat that pattern twice, and then right back to where we were. And if you can, alternate those fingers, just you're walking. The only other part to this song is kind of a breakdown. I don't know if it's pre-chorus or bridge you'd call it, but it's going to play a D note, and I like to play it on the fretted D here on the A string. Another nice tip just to keep those ringing out sounds is you don't want to play a lot of open strings usually with bass. If you're a beginner, that's just a nice tip to be able to control your sound. You can even get a little vibrato in here too. So I could play this open D string right here, but I'm going to play it fretted right here. So it's going to go between this D string, which I'll use my second finger, then back to our F sharp, then D again, F sharp, D, F sharp, and then I'm going to pick it up just a little bit and walk it, and just walk it right down one more onto that fourth fret from a fifth to fourth. So one more time. Give it a little vibrato. Now we're going to pick it up and walk it down and back to our pattern. Okay, so I hope that helped. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. Check out my page for more tips, and if you have songs that you'd like to learn or like to be featured here in future videos, just let me know in the comments below. Thanks.